What is going on, people? You guessed it, another review, or you read it in the title. I am here to review this little gem, Street Trash. It's the special meltdown edition. Look at that cover. The cover itself is, you know, is what hooked me on this. Not only because it's 80s, cheese horror, but the I'm a big fan of cover art. And look at that. That thing looks crazy. So anyway, this movie here is put out by Synapse Films. It's directed by James Muro. Again, I horrible with names, so I might have messed that up. It's produced and written by Roy Frumx, I believe. It's starring Mike Lackey, Bill Chepil as a cop, Vic Noto as Bronson, and many others. As 80s horror movies go, this movie kind of jumps from place to place. There's many different storylines going in at one time. Pretty much the whole story has different parts to it. One part is two brothers pretty much coping with homelessness. Well, pretty much this whole movie is about, people living on the street and stuff. So one of the storylines that goes on through it is two brothers living, trying to cope with homelessness in their own ways. One falls in love with this girl at this junkyard. Another, just keeps on going around buying booze and trying to make his way. Vic Noto plays this guy Bronson, who's pretty much the leader of these street people, I guess you want to call it. He's an I think it was Vietnam vet, and at points he has like these flashbacks and he goes nuts, and he's this gigantic burly guy, so he pretty much runs roughshod over these people. Bill Chapel plays this cop. And pretty much another storyline through this, there's a drink called, now let me get it right before I, Tenafly Viper. Pretty much it's this drink that's gone really, really, really bad. And this one guy who owns this liquor store has been selling it to these street people for like $1 or whatever it is. And pretty much when you drink this stuff, within seconds you're turning into this like blue colored like goop gop, I guess you want to call it. You start melting, and while certain people melt, certain people do other things as you go through this movie. But like I said, it's the story of that drink, and then Bill Chapel is the cop, like trying to figure out what's going on. You got the brothers that are trying to live with homelessness and different things. Vic Noto, I said, is Bronson, who plays this, like head honcho of this thing, and all of them kind of intertwined throughout the movie at different points and such. I enjoyed this movie a whole lot. Like I said, I'm a big fan of these, 80s, early 80s. Well, actually, this one's late 80s, I believe. You know, very, cheesy, like the gore and everything is very, I like practical effects, and that's why I love this kind of stuff. Like, you see the people melting, it looks pretty cool, and then it turns all like colors and everything. If you enjoy 80s horror, like a lot of this stuff out there, I say definitely go ahead. If you haven't, I know probably a lot of the horror fans, this is another one that, I'm late to the party with, because I see a lot of people on Instagram or on YouTube or on Facebook. Anyone who really is a horror fan, a horror collector, had this already. So I'm kind of, I guess, late to the party. But if you haven't seen it already and you are a 80s fan, an early horror movie fan, I say definitely go ahead, check this out. You could pick it up at synapsefilm.com and or Amazon. That's where I found it, but you can find it probably anywhere that Blu-rays are sold. So I say definitely go ahead and check it out. If you enjoyed this review, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, I guess give me a thumbs up anyway. But I'm reviewing a whole lot more. I want to get my foot in the door with reviewing. Not only am I a collector, but I love movies, so I want to review a whole lot more. Let me know what you think of it. And yeah, I guess until next time, I'll see you.